Have you ever wondered what's really going on inside your arteries? Are they clean and clear like a brand new pipe? Or are they slowly clogging up year after year, threatening to cause a major problem down the line? The health of these vital pathways is directly linked to your risk of heart attack and stroke, the leading causes of death worldwide. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on arterial health. I'll break down exactly what destroys your arteries. More importantly, I'll give you a practical list of the 10 best foods you can eat to help protect and clean them, and the 5 worst culprits you absolutely need to avoid. And make sure you stick around to the end, because we're going to answer the most important question of all. Can you actually reverse the plaque and damage that's already been done? The science on this might surprise you. If you're ready to take control of your heart health, let's get started. Before we talk about what to eat, we have to understand what we're fighting against. There are 3 main villains that work together to destroy your arteries. First, there's chronic inflammation. Think of it as a low-grade simmering fire inside your blood vessels. Second, there are cholesterol deposits, which create the physical blockages known as plaque, or atherosclerosis. And third, there are blood clots, which are often the final catastrophic event that occurs when a plaque ruptures, leading to a heart attack or stroke. To understand how this happens, imagine the inner lining of your arteries is like a smooth, perfect, non-stick carpet. This lining is called the endothelium. When it's healthy, blood flows through it effortlessly, and things like cholesterol just slide right past. But when you introduce chronic inflammation, from a poor diet, smoking, or high blood pressure, that beautiful carpet gets damaged. It becomes frayed, rough, and sticky. Now that once smooth surface acts like Velcro. As cholesterol particles, specifically the bad LDL cholesterol, float by, they get snagged on this damaged, sticky lining. This is where the second villain, cholesterol, comes into play. The cholesterol itself isn't the initial problem, it's the inflammation that creates the environment for it to become a problem. When inflammation and high LDL cholesterol are present at the same time, it's like having gasoline and a lit match in the same room. The inflammation is the match that ignites the cholesterol, causing it to oxidize and burrow into the artery wall, forming a plaque. Over time, this plaque can grow, narrowing the artery, or worse, it can become unstable and rupture, triggering a blood clot. So, the first and most critical step in protecting your arteries is to stop fueling that inflammatory fire, and that means starting with the things you need to remove from your diet. Here are the top 5 worst offenders for your arterial health. Number 1 on the list to avoid are ultra-processed foods. These are the items that come in shiny packages with long ingredient lists you can't pronounce. They are engineered for a long shelf life, not for a long human life. We're talking about things like packaged cookies, snack cakes, chips, and instant noodles. They are typically loaded with refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and chemical additives that your body recognizes as foreign, triggering a powerful inflammatory response. Number 2 is added sugar, especially in the form of high fructose corn syrup. This is the hidden enemy in so many foods and drinks, from sodas and fruit juices to ketchup, salad dressings, and breakfast cereals. A high sugar intake leads to spikes in blood glucose and insulin, which is a major driver of inflammation and endothelial damage. It also contributes directly to fatty liver disease, which impairs your body's ability to manage cholesterol properly. Third, we have refined carbohydrates. This includes things like white bread, white pasta, white rice, and most commercial pastries. Your body digests these foods so quickly that they act almost exactly like pure sugar, causing the same dangerous spikes in blood sugar and inflammation. When you eat these, you're essentially giving your arteries a dose of what makes them sticky and prone to damage. Number 4 is a particularly nasty one: trans fats. These are a man-made disaster for your heart. Trans fats are created when liquid vegetable oils are chemically altered to become solid, a process called hydrogenation. You'll find them in many margarines, fried fast foods, and commercial baked goods. You must read labels and avoid anything that lists partially hydrogenated oil. Trans fats are so bad because they do a double whammy of damage. They increase your bad LDL cholesterol, while simultaneously decreasing your good, protective HDL cholesterol. They are pure poison for your arteries. And number 5 on our list to avoid, or at least severely limit, are saturated fats. These are the fats that are typically solid at room temperature. Think of the fat on a steak, butter, and full-fat dairy products. While not as universally condemned as trans fats, a high intake of saturated fat is directly linked to higher levels of LDL cholesterol. This doesn't mean you can never have them, but it does mean you should be mindful. opt for leaner cuts of meat, choose low-fat dairy, and try to limit red meat to just a couple of times per week. Okay, so we've removed the bad guys from our diet, we've stopped fueling the fire. Now, it's time to bring in the heroes. These are the foods that actively fight inflammation, improve cholesterol levels, and help keep that arterial carpet smooth and healthy. Let's count down the top 10 foods to clean your arteries. Starting at number 10, we have olive oil. Specifically, extra virgin olive oil. It's the cornerstone of the heart-healthy Mediterranean diet for a reason. It's rich in monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants called polyphenols, which fight inflammation and help prevent LDL cholesterol from being oxidized, which is the first step in plaque formation. At number 9, fatty fish. Think salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring. These fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are incredible for your heart. Omega-3s are powerfully anti-inflammatory, can help lower triglycerides, another type of fat in your blood, and can even raise your levels of good HDL cholesterol. Number 8 is nuts. Almonds and walnuts are particularly fantastic choices. They are packed with healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, fiber, and compounds that help lower bad LDL cholesterol. Studies consistently show that a small handful of nuts a day is associated with a significantly lower risk of heart disease. Just be mindful of portion sizes as they are high in calories. Coming in at number 7, chia seeds. These tiny seeds are a nutritional powerhouse. They are packed with fiber, antioxidants, and a plant-based form of omega-3s called ALA. When you mix them with water, they form a gel, and this same action in your digestive system can help lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels. At number 6, we have flax seeds. Similar to chia seeds, flax seeds are an excellent source of fiber and ALA omega-3s. But they also contain a special group of compounds called lignans, which are powerful antioxidants. More importantly, flax seeds are rich in phytosterols, which are plant compounds that have a structure similar to cholesterol and can actually help block the absorption of dietary cholesterol in your gut. Number 5 on our list is oats. The superstar in oats is a specific type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber works like a sponge in your digestive tract, binding to cholesterol and preventing it from being absorbed into your bloodstream. Regularly eating oats has been proven to effectively lower total and LDL cholesterol levels. At number 4, we have beans and legumes. This includes all kinds of beans, lentils, and chickpeas. They are an incredible source of soluble fiber, which, just like with oats, helps to remove cholesterol from your body. Because they are digested slowly, they also help stabilize blood sugar levels, which prevents the inflammatory spikes that damage your arteries. Our number 3 food is the avocado. This fruit is rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, which help lower LDL and raise HDL cholesterol. It's also packed with potassium, a mineral that is crucial for managing blood pressure. By helping to balance sodium levels, potassium helps your blood vessels relax, reducing strain on your arterial walls. At number 2, we have dark chocolate. And yes, you heard that right, but with a very important rule. It has to be dark, with at least 70% cocoa content. The benefits come from compounds in the cocoa called flavonols, which have been shown to improve the flexibility of your arteries by boosting the production of nitric oxide. This helps your blood vessels relax and dilate, which lowers blood pressure and improves blood flow. Milk chocolate, which is mostly sugar and fat, doesn't count. And finally, the number 1 item on our list to support clean arteries is red wine. Now this one needs to be handled with extreme care. Grapes, especially their skins, are full of antioxidants like resveratrol and other polyphenols. The fermentation process used to make wine actually makes these beneficial compounds more available for your body to absorb compared to just drinking grape juice. Studies have shown that light to moderate alcohol consumption, particularly red wine, is associated with a lower risk of heart disease. However, and this is critical, red wine is a double-edged sword. The benefits are only seen with strict moderation, typically defined as no more than 1 glass a day for women and up to 2 for men. Anything more than that and the harmful effects of alcohol on your liver, brain, and heart far outweigh any potential benefits. So, you've started to avoid the bad foods and add in the good ones. But what about the plaque that's already built up over the years? Can we actually get rid of it? This is where we need a reality check. There have been studies, most famously by Dr. Dean Ornish, showing that with an extremely restrictive, whole-food plant-based diet, combined with intense exercise and stress management, a small percentage of patients, around 22% in one of the landmark studies, did see a measurable reversal of their plaques. This is incredible and shows that regression is possible. However, it's important to understand that nearly 80% of patients in that study did not see a reversal. And the lifestyle required is incredibly demanding and difficult for most people to maintain long-term. So, if an extremely restrictive diet isn't the complete answer for everyone, what else can you do? Especially if you're doing everything right but your blood pressure is still a stubborn issue. Well, for decades we've focused almost exclusively on the heart and the arteries. But what if the real key to healthy blood pressure was hidden somewhere else? Recent research, including a groundbreaking discovery from scientists at the University of Virginia, is now pointing to a tiny signaling molecule inside our kidneys as the master controller. When this crucial molecule is compromised, your body can send out silent warning signs that often go unnoticed, until it's too late. It's the kind of subtle signal a health researcher named John saw his own family member miss before a devastating stroke. Driven by this, he dedicated his life to uncovering a solution. In his research, he discovered how a forgotten biblical-era herb, known as the crown of Jesus, along with other natural supernutrients, can powerfully support this vital kidney function and help maintain healthy blood pressure. He's put everything he found into a short, eye-opening video. If you're concerned about your cardiovascular health, I strongly recommend you watch it. Just point your phone's camera at the QR code you see on the screen now. If you're on a computer, you can also click the link I've put in the pinned comment right below. Take a moment to see this for yourself. It could be the most important information you see all year. For people who already have significant plaque buildup or have had a heart attack, diet and exercise are absolutely essential, but they are often not enough on their own. This is where modern medicine plays a crucial role. The primary goal of treatment is often not to completely erase the plaque, but to stabilize it. Unstable plaques are soft, fatty, and inflamed. They are the ones most likely to rupture and cause a heart attack. Medications like statins do more than just lower your cholesterol. They have a powerful anti-inflammatory effect that helps to dry out these dangerous plaques. Think of it like this. Statins help turn that soft, unstable plaque into a hard, stable, calcified patch. This hardened plaque is far less likely to break off and cause a disaster. This is why, in medical studies using advanced imaging inside arteries, the greatest plaque regression is seen in patients who achieve the lowest LDL cholesterol levels, often below 60 or 70 mg/dL. Other medications like ezetimibe, which blocks cholesterol absorption in the gut, and the newer powerful injectable drugs called PCSK9 inhibitors, can also be used to get cholesterol levels down even further in high-risk patients. So the ultimate strategy for cleaning and protecting your arteries is a comprehensive one. It's about removing the triggers of inflammation like processed foods and sugar. It's about actively adding the healing, protective foods we've discussed, from olive oil and fatty fish to oats and avocados. And if you have existing disease, it's about working with your doctor on a medical plan that can stabilize any plaque you already have and give your body its best chance to heal. There is no single magic bullet, but by taking this complete approach, you can have a profound impact on the health of your arteries. Your health is in your hands, and every healthy choice you make is a powerful step towards a longer, healthier life. What is one change you're going to make after watching this? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.